Hi, welcome to Lecture 3 on Education, Researching Ideation and Data Analysis for Work Hacks in Professional Development. Again, we'll be including our prompt ideas related to these three different topics in the resource file after this lecture. But the one that I thought was going to be quite valuable and relevant to those in academia, like students and academics, is researching and organizing information for essays. I didn't want to recommend ChatGPT for writing essays and showing exactly how you can generate your report or your paper or your dissertation with ChatGPT, which I think would defeat the purpose of going through that process and learning how to do that yourself. And I know from my experience in high school and university, writing essays is really how that information sticks and retains when you're teaching someone else on the topic. But ChatGPT is certainly a tool that can be helpful for understanding how to best go about tackling a specific topic and researching the information related to that topic. So this particular one is exactly this, researching and organizing information for essays. The example we've got here is I'm working on a research paper about the impact of social media on mental health. Can you help me find reliable sources and organize the information in a clear and logical way, including an introduction, several body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So I'll pop this one in and see what comes out the other side. It's essentially a guide as to how you can build out this paper in terms of what the introduction should include, what are some things to note regarding the body paragraphs, and as well as the conclusion. And I believe at the bottom it'll explain where to find reliable sources, some organizations and databases you can leverage for the topic. So this is a good starting point to start the conversation with ChatGPT. Again, you can add things around the persona if you want to generate a more specific result, or suggest things around tone of voice and structure. But I think this is a good starting point to further drill down what's relevant. So if there's anything in here that you're wanting to understand a little bit more about, we can take maybe the introduction as a starting point. Could you expand on the structure of the introduction and provide clear steps as to how to go about writing introduction, as well as suggesting relevant sources and data points to include to emphasize the importance of the topic. So yeah, this is a great brief of how to get started regarding the introduction. So writing a general statement about the topic, narrowing down the focus of the paper by stating the research question or thesis, providing context for your research question, discussing the current state of research on the topic, previewing the main points that you'll be discussing in the body of your paper. It's an example structure that I've certainly followed very closely for past papers and essays, just giving that context like an executive summary as to the approach. And you can see here it's suggested some journal articles and studies, and any of the ones here you can drill down further. Obviously do your research on Google and then ask for any specific examples from ChatGPT and then further verify that. We've got some specific studies here as well, and data points to include. The thing that I'd be wary of would be requesting statistics and points of research, because you're not going to have the relevant citations unless you ask for them and then verify them through Google. Yeah, I hope you can see how this leads to preparing you for writing that essay. I know there are a lot of plagiarism checkers that can check whether or not this was generated by AI if you use ChatGPT to generate the entire essay for you. So I would stick clear of doing that. You're paying for this degree for a reason, or you're going to this school for a reason, or you're studying this subject for a reason, and that's to become proficient in explaining the topic yourself. But you can see this as almost like a tutor that will help you organize that information and research in a way in which you can get started. So you're not procrastinating because you don't know how to write an introduction for an essay or where to start for that specific topic, and ChatGPT is helping steer you towards how to get started contextually based on the topic of the essay that you're wanting to write. So I hope that was helpful, and look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Cheers.